15 to 20 plants at risk of shutdown over the next 5 to 10 years. First plant shutdowns at Kewanee and Vermont Yankee would galvanize action to prevent additional shutdowns, and we were obviously mistaken. And these early shutdowns, I would say, are not isolated events. We have a systemic problem.
Nuclear power is 60% of our, roughly speaking, zero carbon generation. And if we are going to meet our target of 27% plus or minus 1 in 2025 in terms of carbon emissions, and then be able to meet the even more ambitious requirements required after that, even as we get into a period where certainly much of the fleet will reach 60 years old in the succeeding decade. This is a huge problem, a huge issue for us. The idea is we are supposed to be adding zero carbon sources, not subtracting or simply replacing by building to just kind of tread water.
We are not going to get there as a nation to where we need to be without nuclear power. It's too important a part of carbon-free energy here right now in our country. We can't get there unless we substantially support and even embolden the nuclear energy sector.
In the 2014-2015 kind of time period, with Vermont Yankee closing, with natural gas generation going up, electricity generation actually dropping slightly in 2015, and CO2 emissions going up significantly in the region.
We've heard a lot about what happens to these communities in these regions when you close a nuclear power plant. Well, Vernon, Vermont used to be the host community for Vermont Yankee, and unfortunately, we've lost that. Our nonprofit organizations in a very small rural area is losing somewhere around $300,000 a year in donations. Now again, that doesn't sound like a lot if you come from New York City, but it is huge in our area. And we have our nonprofits, our Big Brothers, Big Sisters, United Way, all of those campaigns that those people used to give to, crying because they don't know how they're going to serve the most needy in our community. We're a family in our town, the community members and Vermont Yankee.
That means that we put about 6,000 people out of work and probably another 6,000 to 10,000 people that support those plants in trouble. Okay, so there is not just a plant shutting down, there is a physical thing to families, to communities, and to individuals that's happening when these decisions are made, if they're not the necessary or correct decisions. And I would tell you, they're neither necessary nor correct, in my opinion.